Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Answers podcast. I'm your host, lmao Jeff53, joined as ever by my wonderful co-host, Joebot22.
My sanctuary, the fear and lights melt away. Sorry, I thought that'd be very fitting for today's episode, but more about that later. I thought we'd start with a bit of Kingdom Hearts music.
Or like Kingdom Shards. Ha 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 ha. Yes, so today's episode is episode 29?
Oh, and it
29.
30.
Nearly
Is
hit the
it a
big
Hall of
3-0.
Fame?
It
Indeed.
is, yes, it is.
Okay.
Trying to remember. I'm just going to try and remember who's actually in the Hall of Fame now. So we've got. What have we got? We've got Mrs. Talking Smack promo,
Yeah.
Ryback,
hmm
and two others. I can't remember what they were. I think it might be the E3 predictions segment. Might be in there.
Really?
I
Why would we
think
choose that one?
I can't remember. It
Can
was
we
episode. It
revoke
was
it?
episode 25. Well, I think. Oh God. I'll have to listen back to it before next week to
That's
actually
such an
remember.
odd choice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I can't
funny
remember
enough,
what
but
yours was. I think yours was like.
I remember mine was Ryback, wasn't it?
That's what. No, that's what it was for the episode 20 induction. I'm talking about because obviously we did one on episode 25.
Yeah, we both got one, didn't we?
Yeah,
It's just 4 weeks ago.
yeah, it was. To be fair, a lot's happened. At least in my life, a lot's happened in those 4 weeks. Because obviously I've moved to Manchester.
Yeah, I'm just as
But yeah,
fortunate.
yeah. But obviously we'll crack on. And talking of cracking on, WWE seems to have their drafting for SmackDown. So I'll just quickly get a list of who's actually drafted where, because I know like a couple people.
I know one of them, and I know that is a really good choice. That's what I know.
Mm,
Um, I
They
don't know
didn't.
if we want to go through that while you're getting up the list, or
Well, you can. I'm just getting like, a list for. Yeah, I got a full list
okay.
of everyone.
Well, I was just gonna say Cesaro on SmackDown. That's a
Mm,
great choice. Like
Yeah.
he's like I don't know why it hasn't been done sooner. He's made for that show.
Well, to be fair, he was on Smack. Uh,
But yeah, but I don't know why he
it was
just kept being put on
it was the
Raw.
last draft he got moved over to. Yeah, you know. I mean, Sheamus is on SmackDown as well, so maybe we'll see a rotation of the bar.
Yeah, I'd love to see
I'm-
it.
I'd be happy. It'd be cool. But yeah, so we've just got like a list of for Raw. Big E, Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, Edge, Keith Lee, both of them Mysterios, so you know Ray and Dominic.
hmm
Theory, who's just moved up from NXT. Uh, Big Bobby, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, AJ and Omos, Kevin Owens, the Street Profits, Finn Balor, Karrion Kross, a new lad from NXT called Gable Steveson, who I've heard a lot of good things about, to be fair. Drake Maverick, I don't know how he's still got a job. Reggie,
What?
who's Reggie?
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Yeah, Reggie Fils-Aimé signed for Raw. Zawa, Chad Gable and Otis, who are a tag team now for some reason.
What?
R-Truth, Morrison and The Miz, T-Bar, okay,
Who?
yeah, exactly. Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. I think he's that big bloke that came out at WrestleMania. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
The big bloke came out and he just beat the shit out of Big E or something. Yeah, I think that's him. Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Uh, Someone called Via.
Not a clue.
I mean, to be fair, we haven't really been watching recently, so that's probably why. But the Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. That's nice. Yeah, the women, you've got Jacobella, Rhea Ripley, Nick Ross, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Nia Jax, Zelina Vega,
I just heard the disdain in your voice when you said Nia Jax.
Doudrop. Oh, dude was
Oh,
what's her
yeah,
name?
the big fat one.
Yeah, she's Scottish.
That's very
Eva
difficult to
Marie.
say.
Eva Marie is, I guess, tag partner, I suppose. Dana Brooke. Surprised she's still with the company.
Dewdrop is such a
Morgan.
stupid name.
It is a little bit, isn't it? Yeah. Morgan. Mia Yim, who I remember was in a couple years ago. To me, there's been a trade. It's getting going again. And Tegan Knox, who is like the only Welsh person in the entire company. So therefore, I have to back her. And then for SmackDown, you've got
Do you?
Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, The New Day, but not me, obviously. Um, it's Baron Corbin, but now he's called Happy Corbin.
What?
Yeah, apparently he's changed his name from Baron Corbin to Happy Corbin.
WWE fucking suck. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you
What is up with this? What?
Corbin. Fuck off. Someone
Happy.
called Madcap Moss as well.
Nah, oh my god. I
Okay.
bet his catchphrase is like, "Oh, that's cat, bro."
That's AJ Styles' catchphrase.
Whenever someone's lying on like a promo, he'll come out,
Yeah,
entrance music playing.
AJ
That's
comes
cat.
out and AJ comes out and goes, That's Cap. That's Cap. You're capping." Uh, what guy?
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, so Isaiah Scott, Top Dollar, and Ashante Adonis, who I think were a tag team in NXT. The three.
Don't know any of
To be
them.
honest, I know Isaiah Scott because he used to be pretty big on the indie scene, and that's it. Like, I don't know about the other two. Jeff Hardy, obviously. The Usos. King Nakamura. Not Shinsuke Nakamura, it's King Nakamura now. And
Did
his
they do
tag.
King of the Ring?
No, he's just the
Oh,
king. He's just the king now. I don't know why. Rick Boogs, who's the bloke who like he does like his gimmick is like he does air guitar or something. He's pretty cool. Sheamus, the what are they called now? They're called like the War Vikings or the Viking Raiders or you know what I'm talking about.
I think so.
What were they called? They used to be called the War Raiders, and then sorry, before then they were War Machine. So I don't know what they are now.
Yo, Don Cheadle. Let's go.
Yeah, the two of them do a little fusion dance and they become Don Cheadle. Yeah. Oh fuck off.
Oh god, what?
You know who's next? It's fucking little Ponty Gimp boy. Fucking hell. Has he not been fired yet?
I don't know who
Ugh.
you're on about.
Little Ponty Gimp boy Ricochet.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fuck's
I
sake.
should have known.
Then you've got Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. Cool. Cesaro, as we spoke about. Ridge Holland. That doesn't ring any bells. Sami Zayn. Okay. Drew Gulak. I'm surprised he's still with the company. Seen him in like fucking years.
Yeah, where's he
Uh,
been? God.
kind of main event probably. Mace. Oh, okay. I know who T-Bars now. So T-Bar and Mace were. Do you remember? I think Retribution. They like they built them
Oh,
up
okay.
loads, and then they were absolutely it, and then they split them up. So I think T-Bar and
Well,
Mace
every tag
were,
team.
yeah, well, I think they were together. Who's next? Mustafa Ali. I like Mustafa Ali. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah, okay.
Mansoor. Okay, he's the bloke who's like undefeated in every pay-per-view match he's ever had. Because the only pay-per-view matches he ever gets are in Saudi Arabia because he's from Saudi Arabia. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
that, yeah, like literally, I know Mansoor literally because they have to bring him out for the Saudi shows and then he disappears for like 6 months and has 2 matches on 205 Live. So apparently they're going to make him a big guy now. Fair enough.
Good.
Then you've got Jinder Mahal, everyone's favourite.
Fair.
I mean, he has a good history on SmackDown, to be fair. You know, he won the WWE Championship there. And Shanky.
Who?
Shanky?
Shang-Chi.
No, it's called Shanky. As in Shanky. Shanky.
Never heard of them.
Uh, I'll be honest, I've never heard them either.
Is this
Okay.
more tent size? Is this his new gimmick?
Hang on, I'm gonna Google him. Oh, okay. Right, so he's just this, like, absolutely fucking massive not Egyptian, sorry. This absolutely massive Indian lad. So, oh, okay, so he's probably with Jinder Mahal, isn't he? Yeah, okay, I'm looking into it a
Right.
little, I'm looking into it a little more now. So, bloke from earlier, who's on Raw, he was in a tag team with Shanky, and they were like Jinder's backup, I guess. So I
Oh,
guess they're
like the
just,
Sting brothers, but just
yeah, the
one
Singh
guy.
brothers, but like way bigger. Because Shanky's 7 foot tall and Via's like 6'9" or something. So it's just like if you had the Singh brothers, but then they weren't any good on the mic, they weren't any good in the ring, and they were absolutely fucking huge. That's pretty much what they are. At least from what
So just the Big Show.
now, oh, I can go, you can go pro sometimes, maybe,
Sure. Okay.
maybe. Oh yeah, and then for the women on SmackDown, you've got Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, uh, some G, I think it's pronounced Zili, Chinese, cool. Did I say Leah? I don't know how to say it. I have more problem saying that than I do the actual Chinese name. Um, Tony Storm, yeah, Tony Storm. Shotzi, Shotzi Blackheart.
Never heard of them.
Oh, do you remember I sent you the thing of Baron Corbin getting shot in the nuts by a girl on a tank? There's a video of Baron Corbin
No.
shot in the nuts. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it. Um,
What fucking weird thing.
that's all I remember. G tank ring shot in the nuts. The cannon on the tank. It was
WWE is such a strange yet brilliant place.
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's have a look. Um, is this it? Yes. Right. Well, I'll say yes. You can watch it afterwards. Oh, excuse me.
Just the
No.
thumbnail alone, it's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. So. So yeah, pretty much that's everyone in the draft. And I was just like, who do you think will benefit from being drafted to a certain show, and who do you think might suffer from it. Like, I feel like who was it? Via being split up from Jinder and Shanky. I don't think that's going to help him very much. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Um,
he's becoming a jobber.
oh yeah,
We all know what's going down.
it's not going to be like a Braun Strowman. Oh well, actually, to be fair, they might try and make him the next Strowman because they haven't really got anyone like him right now, do they?
I guess so.
Maybe.
We'll
But yeah,
see.
who else is there? Like in terms of successes, I think Cesaro could be a success. Um,
If they do nothing with Cesaro now, it's just gonna be like a bit of a kick in the teeth, really. It's like, well, we'll see what they do.
maybe you could maybe say sale a bit for Cesaro.
I, I guess, but he's still a great talent. It's just
I think it
WWE.
is.
It's their fault.
Yeah, I think at this point it's got to the stage where W keep storylines where the whole build is like, oh, you haven't reached your potential, you could be something more. And they don't themselves want to pull the trigger on it, you know, like
We got to do
a
like a
little hop,
Daniel Bryan yes movement. That's what we got to do.
because this is our swing movement.
A swing movement, exactly.
Yeah, swing movement. Start busting out Cesaro swing in the middle of like
Well,
a shopping centre.
that sounds like a swinging couple, which isn't.
Yes,
Uh,
actually, you're right. It does a little bit. Maybe not the swing movement then. Um, the uppercut movement. That would be quite popular with Stella Artois drinkers. So
just fucking people named Barry.
yeah,
Um,
they'd be like, oh, I'll get behind the uppercut. Do my way.
good to work every
Uh,
day. Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
we are not promoting violence against women because that
But
would
we're also not
report it.
promoting violence against women.
Well, okay. Um,
Uh,
yeah, in terms of who else
uh,
might suffer, uh, I think honestly, I think Drew McIntyre might suffer as well. 'Cause I think him on SmackDown with Roman, I I don't think he's gonna be that big on SmackDown.
no, there's not enough time for him. I don't think.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Roman at the minute is like, even though obviously he's a heel, he's like face of
Yeah,
SmackDown. But looking through the people that can be anybody who could challenge him realistically, maybe they start building someone up, which they reasonably could, or probably McIntyre is the only other real like challenge you could give him.
yeah.
I feel like the sort of Mr. Trick here, really. I think a couple of these draft choices have been suspect. Like Raw's got, and then SmackDown's got Roman Reigns, The New Day, and that's sort of it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you know,
I think a lot of people could benefit from the draft. Look, I do think
yeah,
Drew is one of those who
might see his
will
star diminish a little.
be. Yeah, I don't think there's enough time for him and the other stars like on SmackDown, and I don't like SmackDown in the past has just been like mostly like the mid card has succeeded on there. Sorry, like you've seen people like The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, and I mean you could argue Daniel Bryan at sometimes has been mid card. Um, but yeah, I don't think someone like Drew would be able to succeed on there unless they're doing something like giving it more hours or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, in terms of people I think could benefit as well. I think going raw, I think see like he push. Uh, I think Big E, Big He, he got Big Heel. They've got Bobby Lashley, obviously, and I guess could try to across. But I think Keith Lee has proven he can play a heel well, as like he did on the Indies. So uh, I think Keith Lee will succeed in terms of he'll actually get to be on TV, and he'll probably be challenging
Yeah.
B. Like I think he's realistically one of the few people that could like and B could legitimately challenge. Because going through that list in terms of like, big heels, like I say, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, who's a heel at the minute. I'm really not seeing any others. Like maybe if you give him a lot of build,
Yeah.
it's got too many faces. I think that sort of have to let in that kind of regard. But people proven wrong. Yeah, call a couple people up from NXT. I don't know who's left to call up, but maybe they'll call a couple people up. Maybe that will help fill out the problem areas. Maybe.
Just maybe.
Just yeah, there's not
Any?
really a lot else to say.
Yeah, I think we'd
Like,
pretty much covered the draft.
like it, it's things where you just got to wait and see, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Like saying, oh, there's going to be nobody talent, and then in a couple months' time, maybe SmackDown will actually be good. I doubt it, but maybe. We'll move on from draft. Uh, Topic the most pertinent of all of our topics today is the final character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. Was and was from Kingdom Hearts.
I was right. So
Oops, I said Bandicoot. And to be fair, I will admit I am like it's strange for them to give them their IP in Minecraft. Technically, like, you know what I mean? They're more happy to give them to certain IPs, but then so wouldn't even give them a sliver of benefit. Like, Sony reps are what what's the guy from Tekken? Kazuya. Got Kazuya.
yeah,
I guess Gold for like that's
yeah.
probably the closest.
Carl and Sephiroth are the only really PlayStation representation that we do have. Um,
Well, now tennis,
yeah, yeah.
just like one.
Uh,
It's the thing that sort of helped me the PlayStation. Released Tekken reached like the fourth video of all the highest selling 18 video games. So, oh no,
but yeah,
so
so Sora. I mean, who would have thought?
well, you
Um,
did.
well, yeah, but still, who would have thought it would actually happen? I mean, mine was just like a wild prediction, but wow, that was um, that was a real rush of emotions right there. Uh, many would say that it's probably one of the most unlikely characters to have got in. Um, just because, I mean, it's a Disney-owned character. It's yeah, it was likely to never happen, but um, it's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if you've cut out or you just like
Uh, I'm just
you're waiting to jump in. Oh,
yeah, that's not, no, I
all right.
mean, like uh, um, it's a big thing for gaming, isn't it? Like, you know, it's one of them things where yeah, that happen. Like recently, no, expected to happen because of all lots of licensing problems with it and stuff. We want to sort in the regular, the scene where Mario throws uh, when I saw little Mickey Mouse, I was like, fucking hell, that's a lot. You just get the image of Mickey Mouse like logo. That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only like fucking reference we got to any other Disney characters, which is funny.
Which I think is fair enough.
Yeah. I
Of
mean,
worse, like the like clips from the trailer in the because obviously you got to show like where it's from in the in
yeah,
get like and in the when they were talking about like the music they were choosing, they mm, sort of skip like mention like there's no like Disney music come to the game. Like we'll just keep the like names of it, i.e. ones that aren't also licensed by Disney, and instead the ones that are licensed by just Square Enix. Like that, I think it would be a very, very long and difficult process to try and license anything like substantial with the Disney logo on. Like,
I don't know how much input that Square Enix did have in this though.
I would assume they probably had quite a lot because obviously Square Enix to the main developers. It's not Disney aren't making the game. Disney are just licensing to Square Enix to make the game. So it's like
Because
I
I know that I know that Sora is owned by Disney, but I don't know how much of Kingdom Hearts is. I know that all of the original characters in Kingdom Hearts 1 are owned by Disney.
yeah
I don't know about the
I
rest
think
of
like
the games though.
I was gonna say it's different for each one. So like Dream Drop Distance or Chain of Memories or whichever one that I was. I can't remember the name of with fucking Terra Aqua because I think those guys are
Yeah.
and Disney owned, but like it's just like the main character game, which like the main character. Like, I suppose they're also me.
Uh,
Actually, it would be
you've cut out a bit for me. You're very crackly right now.
well, pretty much is very difficult at for Nintendo to license for original
Oh, I think I've gone.
Yeah, they tried to put in Mickey, Goofy, and Donald. Might have a few.
I think that's not Sora. Sora is a good enough character to be in on his own though. Obviously, I would have liked to see like Donald and Goofy maybe in the final smash. Um, but he's all right by it. He does look like he plays really well. Um, I think that's something that Sakurai does really well actually. It's like he just makes the character work no matter what tools he has. You know, he's very good at that.
You could have. Uh, what else? Um, just music choice is fine. I put the birth.
I'm a little bit disappointed with the music to be honest. Like
I would, and I think they could have had brain. Probably didn't. So, it's okay. But
I don't know if you can hear me or I literally can't. I don't know if you're speaking or anything. I can't hear a
I'm
word.
saying in it. Yeah.
I, I I just can't like hear anything.
I'll I hope that's better.
That seems to be fixed.
Okay. Right then. Well, we'll go. What was I saying? Yeah. Music. I think is okay.
I, I I don't agree with some of the songs that were in there, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just pretty mid, to be honest.
One of the music. Hey. Uh, funny. Good. Thanks, bro. Yeah. Saw up. Um. Like Snowcomb. Uh. Um. Cinemakin. Staying going. Staying going. Work.
But I was definitely emotional when Sora got announced. This was a big one to end on, and I'm glad that it ended on Sora really. But I think that's all we can really say.
Mm, yeah.
Obviously, I want to talk about Smash a bit more, but we'll probably do that when Sora's released and the game's actually done with.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I want to do sort of a big retrospective sort of thing. But
Sure.
speaking of retrospectives, our next topic, I was
Does that
waiting for
really?
you.
Oh. Oh right. That's. I, um. Oh, Marvel's it. Well, no, I was pretty close. What do you think, Joseph? Do you, do you think it was a fuck?
I don't know. It definitely hit it. It was definitely hit bad by the. Obviously, they had to cut the Gamora episode, and it was it sort of just threw it all off because it was just like it, it was just weird because like she was one of the main focuses of the episode, and it was just like we
And
don't know
you're
what
just like,
her.
no, where's this more thing come from? Yeah,
It's just like what's like her personality, what's different about her than like the normal Gamora.
yeah.
It's like
What was going on like all of that shit as well? What we saw
yeah, it's like what
was like,
drives her. It's like,
yeah, it's just a
but
bit
yeah,
strange.
that Doctor Strange, um,
Ah, funny.
which 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 was a good part in the episode. I liked all the Doctor Strange bits. He's definitely my favorite character
Oh,
out
I
of
think, yeah, I think of all of them in this finale, I
out of
think
all of
he's
like
probably the probably the better one.
yeah,
Prob
everything else is just a bit mid, isn't it? It was not a good episode, and I would even go as far
I
as to
thought
say
I
show.
thought it was I thought like when they had the like the fighting sequences, I thought they were quite cool. Like
The fight
just
sequences were cool, but it's just all the stories in the
yeah,
show were just
a little bit
they just
undercooked.
weren't good.
Yeah, like, the
It's like
concepts
what
in
if
there.
is prime for storytelling, and it was
They
just
picked
not
some
done
just like
well.
pretty basic ones, didn't they?
It's like they got a 10-year-old to pick him. It's like, oh, uh uh what if Thor was
What if they're
what
fucking
if Thor
shag?
party all the time? And
Just
it's
what if
just like,
Thor becomes a massive shag?
what if Thor becomes Scotty T?
Yeah, exactly.
I would watch that, to be fair.
Yeah.
What's proper Scotty T like?
Hey,
I'd pure shag and
I'm
burn.
Thor lad. Go to Amsterdam.
Oh, fucking hell. No, yeah, I definitely. Looking back on the entirety of What If, they were good, sort of like action wise.
Yeah.
Then story wise, and I think some of the best episodes were there ones that definitely had the better stories, like the What If all the Avengers died. Marvel Zombies was a good story, and yeah, I just think they're probably the better ones in the entire show. But you know what? I think the second season and some better ideas, I think it could be really good.
Yeah, no, I think if expand on some ideas from the season, and lit a little bit of what happened since I think I think everything and maybe more characters established see even such things for example and get interesting story like you do no founding you know it's like just a stories of stories it, and such choices of even some you know
It I can't hear you at all. Every time you leave a rejoin, like it fixes itself, but then like it's still like crackling, and a few minutes go by, and it's just
yeah
yeah.
uh, right lovely I'll do something about
Like it's
it.
never been this bad before. Like sometimes it's bad on occasion, but never like.
How's that?
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because I've moved over to using my data.
Oh, you don't want to do that though. I mean,
It's the only solution I've got, unfortunately,
oh, right.
because
Well,
the Wi-Fi's too hit and miss.
I guess I never miss that.
It's a good one, mate.
Well, no, let's carry on. So,
Yeah. Yeah, what if? More like, what if it was a good show?
way
Mugged him off well proper
nice.
there, like, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, the last episode was it was rough. Um, it's just none of the pieces really like connected, I guess, and
Yeah.
it's like they didn't really work as a team because they sort of didn't like it just didn't work together, and it's yeah. And then fucking Black Widow randomly came in the middle of it, and some of these characters
Yeah,
already knew
Black Widow all
Black
of a
Widow, but
sudden was,
not this version. Oh, it's weird. I hated it.
yeah,
I wouldn't say
Black Widow just randomly becomes, like, one of the most important characters. Bit
yeah.
weird.
It's just weird to see like T'Challa and Killmonger working together, even though in Killmonger's episodes he kills T'Challa, and it's.
Yeah, it was a bit odd.
I mean, it made sense for the ending of the episode, but
Yeah.
it was still shit. Let's face it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But no, we'll see where they go. We'll see where they go next, I guess.
Yeah, if they go anywhere. Because they might just sack it off.
Well, they never confirmed a season 2 like they did with Loki, so who knows?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So yeah, like you say, it really could. That could just be the end of it. Like, they could just finish it there. And to be honest, like, I wouldn't really mind if they did, because I don't know if it was picking up, but I was saying, like, some of the characters they had and, like, the storylines, it felt like maybe they don't have enough in the MCU currently to make some good proper what if stories. Like, it feels like they maybe give it a few more years. They've got a few more, like, a few more properties in, like, for example, the Fantastic Four or the X-Men. And then I think that's when your what if stories can really start kicking on. Because, like, I'm sure you could probably do a what if story on, once he's introduced to the MCU, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd be happy for that. So, yeah, just waiting now.
I think that'll need to be a whole season though, because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was quite well, it
I was gonna
wasn't
say
really
it's
long, but
quite a meaty story, but
I mean it was done well in comic form, but I guess it wouldn't really work in movie form unless you pan it out a
yeah, I
lot.
suppose.
But yeah, I love that comic.
Yeah.
Right, well, I guess we'll. Speaking of meaty, I guess we'll move
Ooh,
on.
that's a good one.
That was a good
Yes,
one, wasn't it?
that was a good one. I'll give you that one. Because our fourth topic and the midpoint of the show is pretty much when I wrote this. I was actually having my dinner, and for my dinner I had a chicken tikka biryani, and I was thinking, oh, you know what? I love loads of different types of curries. I can't get enough of curry. Since I've been here, I've had, not like from a proper curry house, but like, Tesco, like, ready meal kind of curries. I've had quite a few of them
Yeah.
since I've been here because they're cheap, they're easy, and they're nice. And it sort of got me thinking, actually, what is my favourite type of curry? And so I thought, well, you know, that's a good topic for the show. So, our fourth topic today is what do we think are the best types of curry? Or, conversely, what do we think is the best type? So, Joe, uh, you do you have curry very often? I know you were saying to me the other day, like, you had a takeaway curry,
Yeah, well, this
and, like,
this is a this is a Joebot fun fact. This isn't really out there much. Curry is my favorite food. Funnily enough.
there you
So,
go then.
uh,
It's up there for me as well, to be fair. I love a good curry.
I'm a guy. I'm a guy who loves a good bit of flavor. I love a good bit of
Mm,
spice, and curry has that in
it
spades.
has
So,
both, yeah.
um, I've gone for like some of the hot ones. Well, I think I've tried like maybe the hottest one in the UK, probably. Right, well, probably not, but like hottest one that you could buy at Tesco's for sure. But
Just a chicken vindaloo.
yeah, I'm definitely I do like a lot of curries, but
Yeah.
for me, I'm very specific with them. Like I can really only have chicken. Like I think other meats
Yeah.
are too tough for
Yeah,
like
I would agree with
curry.
you to a point there. Like I've had I'm not really big on other meats in my curry. Like I've had like lamb rogan Josh. Lamb I think is the only other one where I'm
Yeah,
like,
lamb's
yeah,
fine.
I guess like because lamb's not like a very like tough kind of meat. Again, it's sort of similar to chicken where it definitely fits with curry. But if you had like a pork curry, I know they do that quite a bit in Japan, but obviously like Japanese and Chinese curries are very different to Indian curries. So like when I say best types of curry, I'm talking more like Indian types of curry.
Yeah,
Like we could bring in like like a chicken katsu curry or just like a traditional Chinese curry or whatever, or like a Thai green curry for example. I had a Thai green curry the other week and that was fucking delicious as well. So you know, I think like curries. It's strange because actually, if you speak to somebody like from India and you say like, "Oh, I like curry," it's strange because in India they don't really call it a curry. Like they they separate them each by like you have a tikka or you have a vindaloo
mm,
or you have a madras or something rather than you have a curry. It's it's just like a strange little thing. But obviously, like in Japan, for example, like they call them all curry. Like China, they call them all curry. Like
the curries we have over here are very different to like the curries in like India. Like ours are
oh,
a lot more
absolutely,
thick.
yeah,
Not no, theirs are a lot more thick. Sorry, and
yeah.
I mean like they eat theirs with like their hands.
Well,
No. That's I'm pretty sure that's a fact.
I think it would definitely depend on which one. Like
Well, yeah, there are some that
I
are a
was
lot
gonna
more
say,
thicker.
you're definitely probably not gonna try and eat like a chicken with your bare hands, are you? Because you just get sauce everywhere.
That's what I mean. Like they're like really thick, and we soak ours up with like rice and stuff. They don't really need to do that. That's what I've heard anyway. I could just be waffling, but
Mm.
I've heard that's the thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
if I'm wrong in the comments, don't flame me. But
Yeah,
you know,
you've also got to bear in mind neither me nor Joe are particularly not particularly like knowledgeable about the Indian cuisine as an actual like proper national thing. It's more just we just both like Indian takeaways.
yeah. Um, but no, I'm pretty sure that's the thing. But anyways, I I'll tell you what I'm going for at the minute. I like a good booner. That's what I like at the minute.
Ooh, I tell you what, actually,
Yeah.
a booner's another one where I don't mind having it in lamb because I had a lamb booner a couple months ago and it was actually really fucking good.
Booner is definitely more of like it's like a midpoint curry in terms of both flavor and
Yeah,
um
yeah,
spice.
spice. Yeah. Because obviously, like you want like a more extreme spice, you go for something like a vindaloo, don't you?
Yeah.
Whereas like, cause I sort of like, I'm sort of like you, like I prefer like a midpoint. Like I don't like it to be too mild. Like I'll have a korma, but I wouldn't actively choose a korma because it's just
Yeah, I'm the same.
not strong enough. I'll back a tikka masala, and I'll back like a tikka biryani as well. Because like I said, I had a tikka biryani last night, but yeah, I'm sort of like I prefer to have in the words of Ainsley, a little bit of spice.
Good old Ainsley.
Give your meat a good old rub.
But yeah, I'm definitely very passionate about my curries. Really,
Mm.
I got to have them my way,
Or the highway.
or the highway. What would you say about curry with chips?
Ooh, well,
Because I know
you
that's a
see,
sort of debate.
I was gonna say, I. It does really depend on what curry, doesn't it?
It does.
Like,
You can't have a spicy one with
I was
chips.
gonna say, you can't really have like a fucking vindaloo with chips. That is psychopathic behaviour. But
That
then
scares me.
again, obviously where we're from, you have chips and curry, don't you?
Yeah.
And like it's curry sauce. It's obviously not like proper like curry, is it? It's like they use like pretty much just the curry powder you can buy from like Asda or something and put that in with sauce or whatever. And to be fair, chips and curry and chips and gravy are both fucking banging. Like it's the most British kind of food ever. It's just chips and just like gravy and that's it. And it's still whoa. If I go down a Chippies, if I'm not feeling like a proper like full like fish and chips or like a big like jumbo sausage and chips or whatever, usually I'll just get chips and a pot of gravy or a pot of curry sauce or something. Because you can't really go wrong with it, can you? Unless like the place you're going to's got the fucking worst curry sauce on planet Earth. I've had that before actually. I can't remember which chippy I went to. I won't bait them out. Mostly because I can't remember who it was. I have a feeling that I do
We
know
can't make
actually.
enemies on the map.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to bait anyone out. But this chip shop I went to had some of the fucking deadest curry sauce I've had in my life.
Was it
But
like watery?
it was watery. There was like barely any flavour to it. It was like I think they tried to make up for the fact that it wasn't very flavoursome by just making it spicy. But the thing is, you don't get a
Oh,
curry sauce for it to be spicy. You get a curry sauce for the flavour of it and a little bit of spice. But they dialed the spice up to try and make up for it. It was shit. Absolute bollocks.
yeah. It sounds pretty bad.
I didn't get it either because like I had chips and gravy from there before, and their gravy was really good. It was like the right kind of like thickness. It wasn't too thick, and it wasn't watery.
Oh, you can only have one.
Like
You can't have like a good gravy and a good curry sauce.
yeah,
You can
I
only
think
have one or
yeah
the other.
that I think that's how it goes, really, isn't it? Yeah, you have to find different chippies for each. Like if you want one with gravy, you go this one. If you want with curry, you go to this other one.
Make your own
But yeah,
gravy. That's what I do.
I don't. Well, like to be fair, all the gravy I've got is like it's like proper like beef gravy, like the kind of stuff you have in like a Yorkshire pudding, which
Oh,
doesn't
that's
really it
fair.
doesn't really yeah it just like in my experience it doesn't really go like that well with chips. Like I prefer like a thicker gravy than the kind of one you get from like like OXO cubes or something. But at this point we're just discussing like what we get from a chippy. It's not even like a curry. Um, but yeah,
It's a good point to touch on.
yeah. Obviously, curry sauce is in the British culture. Curry sauce is very important.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You can't live
But
without it.
oh no, in terms of like international curries, like outside of India, I do like some Thai curries. Like Thai curry. I never used to be big into them, but I think it was my dad got me into them like a year or two ago, and like Thai green and Thai red curries can't go wrong with them. Like Thai red sometimes is a bit too spicy, depending on where you get it from. But like Thai green curry with like they use like coconut and stuff in the sauce. It's good stuff.
That
Thai
sounds
green. Thai green is it's worth getting your hands on. And usually they do it with just chicken as well. So like yeah, it's banging. I can't say I've had like a Japanese curry. I know their kind of curry is quite similar to the Chinese or Thai variants. Um, there is one type of Japanese curry that I really want to get my hands on, and that's the Sonic the Hedgehog curry,
oh god.
the bright blue curry. I want to try some of that just to see if it is actually any good. It's like obviously it's bright fucking blue, so I. It's just the fucking strangest curry I've seen in my life, but I really want to try it.
I do want to give it a go.
Yeah,
Um,
get
let's
my
go to
hands on some of
Japan.
that. Yeah, WAP
The
trip
WAP
to
in
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, WAP International. It's like Men in Black International, but it's not a shit film, and it's
Mr.
shitcast
WAP
instead.
wide.
Mr.
Right.
WAP wide. World WAP.
Hey, there we go. You got there in the end.
Yeah. But yeah, what other kind of curries are there? I mean, tikka masala is good in it. Like, yeah, obviously tikka masala is a British
It is
dish,
very.
but you can't really go wrong with one, can you? Like, if I'm ever in a bit of a pickle, like for trying to find a curry, when I go to Tesco's and get ready meal curries, or if I go to Asda and get ready meal curries or whatever, usually the first thing I'll do is I'll get a tikka masala just as like a safety net in case I don't like the other ones I would get. Because tikka, you can't go wrong with a tikka masala. They're always just like a solid 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'll back tikka masala any day of the week.
I'll tell you what I'm quite fond of. Jalfrezi.
Ooh, jalfrezi's not bad. Chicken
Now
jalfrezi.
that is close to a boona in the sense it's very tomatoey.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like a similar kind of level of spice, isn't it? But like the
it's a
contents of
little
the
bit hotter.
sauces. Yeah, it's a little hotter, but like the contents of the sauce is quite different.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that they're that different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you boil most curries down, then none of them are really that different. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
but yeah, there's so many curries, and I
So
fucking
little time.
yeah, exactly. There's not enough time on earth to eat all the curries, but you
I
can
mean,
conquer
someone's
all.
probably done it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can conquer all the chippies, but you can't conquer all the curry houses.
I conquered all the chippies. I'm never gonna
I
stop
hate the
saying.
fu- I hate the fucking lot. What a song!
Da, 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 da.
Making me hungry for a fucking chippy now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat straight after this is done.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we covered pretty much all the bases there, haven't we, with curries? Um,
Yeah,
if you're listening to this and you don't like curry, uh,
grow up.
i.e., i.e., if you are my little brother,
What?
stop being a little fucking pussy and eat a fucking tikka or something. Yeah, my brother won't
What?
eat curry. Like the only curry he
Why?
will eat is a chicken korma because he can't
Why?
handle spice at
I want a
all.
reason. I want a reason.
He can't
Why?
handle spice at all.
I want a better reason. Better reason.
That's the only reason he gives me. I'm like, why won't you have a curry? And he's like, oh, I don't like it. I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, too spicy. I'm like, we get a fucking just get something that isn't spicy. And it's like, oh, I can't be asked. Like whenever we order from the Indian, This little fucking prick will order fish fingers and chips.
It's like it's like
Like,
honestly like my sister.
yeah. Difference is my brother's 15, your sister's what, 8, 9?
No, I'm on about my 20,
Oh,
20-year-old sister.
wait, oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't
Won't
believe
touch the
that.
stuff.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's shocking.
But she
That's
loves like
shocking.
Mediterranean chicken and shit. I'm just like, what's the
Yeah,
difference?
like she'll have a Nando's, but she
Because
won't have
it's like a
fucking.
sauce.
Yeah, she'll have like Nando's and shit, but she won't have a fucking korma. That's bollocks.
Yeah, bullshit,
That is
bullshit.
bollocks.
I just think we should start. We should start a campaign. I think we should do the get them liking food early campaign.
Yeah,
You know
stop
you know
feeding your
how
newborn baby chicken jalfrezi.
is it like Lidl or Aldi? They do like the vegetables with like little characters on. I think we should do that.
But with
Like
just like different types of curry and spicy.
Kyle the Korma, um,
Terry the Tikka.
Johnny Jalfrezi.
Yeah. Benny Booner.
No, what we need to do, right? Mr. Men books, but with curries. That's how
Mr.
you do it.
Jalfrezi.
Mr. Burn Your Asshole. Um,
Oh yeah,
Mr.
I actually talking of burning your asshole, sort of off topic. Probably not the best lead-in either, but I
No,
no, it isn't. No, but
where's this
I actually
going?
went to I went shopping the other day. It's actually been like a week now. I went shopping over the weekend, and I went to the Trafford Centre, and I got hungry, so I went out. Went and got some lunch from there. I got a burrito, and I
Oh,
tell you, fucking what, that burrito was so good. It was
was it
like it
buster
was
and
a
expected?
it was what I have. It was like pulled pork with medium salsa, spicy beans, cheese, and sour cream, and rice as well. And honestly, it was fucking immense. It was so nice. I didn't realize like they did pulled pork burritos, but next time I go to the Trafford Centre, I'm fucking going straight back to that burrito place. I, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'll give them a free shout out, free marketing, because their burritos are fucking beautiful. I think it was Bar Burrito. I've got a couple in like the
What a name.
Manchester area. But yeah, Bar Burrito. They've got quite a few of them in the Manchester area. They are, ooh, 10 on 10 from me. It was fucking delicious. It did give me the squits when I got home, but
Oh, I'm not
I
surprised.
mean, it's a burrito. Of course, it's going to give me the shits. Like,
Well, there we go,
eating
everybody.
like frozen chili. So of course,
Um,
fresh burrito is going to do it.
so next time
Yeah, next time you guys are in
you're in
Manchester, if you
you're
go
in
to
the
the Trafford
region,
Centre, yeah, you go to the Trafford Centre or something. Go to the food hall, and you're thinking, oh, where should I eat? The food hall. They've got all sorts. They've got Nando's, they've got Mackey's, they've got a Burger King, KFC, Pizza Hut. Go bar burrito instead. Queue's probably going to be a lot shorter than Nando's as well, because I went with another lad, and we were like, oh, I could go for some Nando's. Queue was queue was genuinely half an hour. So, and that's just the queue to get in, not even not even taking into account how long it will take you to get your food.
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. So we were like, screw that. Had a little look around, and we're like, well, there's a burrito place over here. We'll go get a burrito.
Just like,
And
close enough.
yeah, yeah, like it was like pretty much right next to it. So we were like, oh, the queue's quite short there. Just grab a burrito, and I do not regret it at all. Lovely.
Right. Good, good.
So yeah, so that concludes my segment of the show. But now we move on to the second segment of the show. Ooh.
Ding, 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 ding. It's the sauce. So as always, we're starting off with a bit of Joe hates because what we do every week.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, this week Joe's doing Minority.
Wait, whoa.
Not
To
yet.
be fair, this isn't really something I hate. This is like this is something that someone else that I talk to hates. Um,
Mm,
and I just couldn't think of anything else that I hated. But this is also sort of a minor
yeah.
inconvenience for me.
Yeah. No.
Uh,
I get you.
and this is different release dates for different countries. Um, and yeah, so we've seen that recently with what am I thinking of?
Venom.
Venom. I
Venom.
can
Venom.
do that
Venom.
sound. Um,
I can't believe they didn't put that song back in.
oh, I
They
know,
got
right?
Eminem is on the new song for the film, but it's not just Eminem. He's just a feature on it.
Bullshit. But
I
no,
can't
so
believe it. Okay, Carnage, Venom, 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 and Carnage. That's what they should have done.
Venom 2, let there
Venom
be carnage.
2, let there be carnage. Yeah.
Honestly.
But yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so this is basically just why do I mean obviously there's a reason for them releasing it separately, but like why? Why can't you just delay it for them? You know? Because well, for the only reason they bumped it up in the States was because, they saw Shang-Chi was doing well. They thought, oh yeah, people are actually interested in going back to theaters, which, it's fine. But what I don't understand is why only they got brought forward, um, when the rest of the world should have probably been brought forward as well. And it's only by 2 weeks. Yeah, I think it's releasing here on the 15th, or it might already be
Yes.
out. I'm not sure.
No, it's 15th. 15th.
Okay. I mean, I'm not a person who really cares about the Sony Spider-Man universe. Um, it's not really for me. The films are nice. It's just as a universe, it doesn't really interest me. I'll probably just wait till it comes out on Blu-ray or whatever for Venom. But people out there do care, and
Yeah.
it's already been
Like
spoiled
all
for 'em.
six people care.
Yeah, it's already been spoiled for some people over here, which it's that's kind of annoying. Like I'm the type
Yeah.
I've spoiled it for myself. I won't say anything, but I'm the type of person if I'm not going to see it straight away, I'll spoil it for myself because you know better me spoiling it for myself than someone else doing it and getting pissed off, even though I don't care.
Yeah.
But I will get pissed off because it's the principle, isn't it? So
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah, that's pretty much just it. I mean, I don't see why they would do it because it's just unfair for people who can't
I
like
actually have
avoid
I
spoilers.
have an idea for why
Okay.
Venom specifically. It's because it would have to compete with the new James Bond film directly, and it's
Oh,
not gonna win that. So I think they've left it a couple weeks here because obviously James Bond's gonna take up like fucking everyone's gonna go see it, and then 2 weeks later when pretty much everyone who would go see it has seen it, then they can go and see Venom 2 instead. I
that's
think
a
that's
great
why.
shout.
I think that's why they've done it here. I think the reason they didn't do that in the US is because in the US, not nearly as many people care about James Bond. I mean, obviously it's still big over there. Like James Bond is a fucking massive franchise, but I just think it's obviously a lot bigger here because it's one of the few like properly British film franchises that we still have left.
Yeah.
Like like Paddington or Johnny English. Thing is, you joke about
Paddington.
Paddington, like it.
I'm not joking about it.
Yeah,
I could fuck
good
with
film.
Paddington.
But you'd fuck Paddington. Ooh.
God, behave. But
Ooh.
uh, right, whatever. Fuck off. Where are we? Oh, fucking hell. Right. Yeah, that's just something that annoys me.
Yeah,
That's a new
I get
segment
it.
now.
Just
Joe is mildly annoyed by.
Joe's slightly peeved.
But if you do see it in America or you get spoiled it for you, don't fucking spoil it for people. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. Because ultimately, there are still going to be people here and across like Europe and stuff that can't see it, that do want to go see it. So you just going up on the internet going like, oh, it's been 2 weeks. I'm sure everyone's seen it. No, no, we haven't. Only you've seen it. You
Yeah.
fucking Yankee scum.
Yeah, like if you want to talk to it to someone, don't just go, "Oh, did you see the bit when?"
Yeah,
Just say,
just
like,
say, have you seen it
"Have
yet?
you seen this yet?"
And then we'll be
No,
like,
I
no,
haven't.
no, it's not out in our country. Fucking bitch.
Just be a bit more considerate, and that's also not an invitation for you to go, "Oh, it's out. Let's start spoiling."
Yeah,
Like, give people a week or two, you
yeah,
know. And to the companies that don't stagger it themselves, fuck you.
yeah. You fucking stinky cunts.
Like, we're not the type of humans to organize this, all right? It's not our jobs. Yeah, yeah, fucking whatever.
Yeah,
That's the not even a rant really. That's it over.
just
But yeah,
yeah, just
the next
annoying.
one actually is going to be a bit of a rant.
Ooh.
Um, and that is fairgrounds. Are they fun or an inconvenience? Now this is coming because there was a fairground in the place where I go college, and you know the whole traffic of it and all of that caused me to get home really late, and it pissed me off. But that's not the only thing that annoys me. But I'll let Jack give his opinions, and maybe we'll agree, maybe we'll disagree. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, to be honest, I've only actually been to a couple, like, proper fairgrounds in my time. Um, and most of the time they are a little bit dead. Like, for example, there's one, the Christmas cracker where we live. I suppose that counts, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that counts.
Yeah, so there you go. Like I've been there a couple of times, and most of the time it's a bit dead. But at the same time, it's not really that much of a problem uh, for here because I mean you can get around here without having to go through where the Christmas excuse me, without having to go through where the Christmas cracker is. So it's not that big of a problem here. However, obviously your situation is different because where you go to college is like right where is it like right where the fair is or is like the fair
Yeah,
like
it's literally outside. Well,
yeah
like
well
straight off
yeah
the campus in the middle of the roads where my bus
yeah
goes.
well there you go then like that's you know like most of the fairs I've been to it's like they're not really like these I'd much rather just go to a proper theme park to be honest like a fairground is going to be cheaper but obviously because it's cheaper it's not as good so it's whatever. It's a decent night out, I would say. Like, I wouldn't really want to go to a fairground in the day, I guess. It sounds strange because, like, you go to a theme park in the day, and, like, that's perfectly fine. But if you go to a fairground in the day, I think you sort of realise, oh, it's all a bit shit, isn't it? So, like, if you go during the night, and, usually you'll go with, like, a couple of your mates or whatever, and you just have a nice time, won't you? Like, whereas if you went during the day, especially like if you go like by yourself or something, oh, I don't even know if fairgrounds even open until quite late. Or am I wrong?
What, sorry?
I don't think most fairgrounds like open until quite late, do they?
Mm, they were open around midday, um, at my
Okay.
college.
Okay, fair enough.
which I'll get to in a minute because yeah, that's sort of one of my major gripes
Mm.
um, with them. But unless unless we're just going to move to that now, I don't really know if you do you have anything else you want to really add?
Not really. Like I say, I've only really been to like handball, so you know.
Right. So yeah, what annoys me about fairgrounds then? They're loud. I hate
They
them. They
are loud.
stink like shit. I was going to grab my lunch. You know, as you do. Um, and oh, I was just so there was just people like screaming, loud flashing lights going like, and I was already feeling a bit ill. And honestly, it just pissed me off so much. It just mentally drained me. I was so pissed off by the end of it. And that was just me going to get lunch. It, I couldn't manage it. It just, as I say, it's just an inconvenience, and it caused my bus to be like 20 minutes late or 30 minutes late. I don't even know how long it was in the end, but it was very late. Um, and yeah, it's just shit. Fuck fun fairs and fuck your mum, bitch. But
Whoa.
sorry,
Whoa.
that was very mm.
Should have done your Joe hates on bloody fairgrounds.
I know. But I mean, you know what I mean. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. I get you. They are a pain in the ass, and they are very loud. I
Like
suppose
if you
because
were just visiting there, it's fine. But when you actually have to like deal with it and like go to college and do all that fun stuff,
yeah,
it,
I get you.
it's just a pain in the neck, really. It's
Yeah,
not
I get you.
pleasant for everyone.
Mm.
But, but yeah, that's fun fair. See, oh, we're flying through the sus today.
Yeah,
Tell you. Well, we do every week. Let's face it.
flying through space, like we've been ejected from the spaceship on Among Us.
You've just made the sus name work. It's
There you go.
that's my justification for it now.
That is genius.
It's because whenever we do it, it's like we're flying through space, like we've been ejected. There we go. Um, so now we got that to look forward to, folks. But yeah, so the final topic for the day. Again, this is like another Joe hates. Although it's not really something I hate, but it
Hmm.
says, is Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl bad? And I don't know how much you've seen
I've
of
seen
the
a bit of
game,
it. I've seen a bit of it.
and yeah, it's not the best, is it? Um, it,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's a very
yeah.
broken game.
I think given it time, I think it will get better. Because I
I
mean, it
think,
is developed by people who know what they're doing.
yeah,
So I think maybe they released it a little too early, but I think if we give it a couple months, couple patches come out, couple DLC characters come out, because the roster is a little thin at the minute. Like in like a there's nobody. Like there are a decent amount of characters. Like I think if we give it a while, let some DLC come out, get some patches in, stuff like that. I think Bob's your uncle. Really, I think the game will definitely be a lot better. I think it's just been rushed out. Is all. Um, I haven't actually. I do actually need to buy it at some,
are
but
you buying it? Are you?
I probably will. But Not right now. I'm gonna wait. Like I say, I'm gonna wait till the game um, gets a little better, and then I'll probably buy it. Because yeah, like most of the reviews I'm looking at here are saying like it's pretty good. Mostly like 7, 8 out of 10 kind of stuff. So it doesn't look, by the reviews it seems perfectly fine, and from the gameplay I've seen, it does look a little janky. However, I think it's just like it's teething stage at the minute, really. Like Smash Ultimate was a little janky when it came out. Smash 4 was definitely janky when it came out.
That's another thing though. I don't really think this has the backbone that Smash does. So I don't think to
Oh, of
compare
course
it to
not.
the quality of
No,
Smash, I
of
don't think
course,
you
of
can do that.
course, of course. Like, you got to remember, it's an indie company making this, as opposed to one of the flagship games of probably the largest game developer in the world.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's like David and Goliath, really. Except Nickelodeon All Star Brawl doesn't have its rocks to throw at Goliath, unfortunately. Not just yet, anyway.
yeah. But the thing for me that I don't like about it is it's obviously based on Nickelodeon. We all know that. And that's an animation company. And the
Mm.
game doesn't have voice acting, which
Yeah,
is probably the I mean, you can understand why they did it. They obviously
yeah,
couldn't
of course, of course. It'd be
get.
very hard to get like every voice actor back and stuff.
They don't even have to get the voice actor back, though. I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
could
mean,
have.
they could just get somebody to do like impressions.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't get how you could
It
have a
does
game.
feel, yeah, it does feel a little bit unpolished, but like I say, I do feel like it came out a bit too soon
Yeah,
in its development. I think maybe if I'd have given it another month, it might feel a bit smoother, might look a little smoother at least. Um, I think the voice acting thing, it's not like a deal breaker. Like I can
it definitely
understand
is for
it.
me.
Definitely
It,
is.
yeah, I'm just like
Uh,
whenever I see like gameplay of it, and I'm just seeing like all that's going on is like just punch sounds. It's
yeah, that is a little bit. It does take you out of it a little bit.
Like, I'm not saying there should be like full dialogue going on, just like, oh, you fucked my cousin.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You
To be
know,
fair, like you could put it. What they could do is maybe just put in like audio clips from the shows.
I would
I
like to
think I
hear a
think
bit
that
of
would be like
"Ugh," like,
yeah, like even just like just damage. Yeah, I get you. It does feel a little bit too quiet, but
no, I definitely wouldn't say it's broken, but I think a lot of people are comparing it to
yeah, they're trying to compare it to
Smash
something that they
now.
shouldn't really be trying to compare it to. Like a more apt comparison would probably be compare it to something more like Melee in terms of like the amount of time they've had to develop, the amount of budget, and even then Melee still had a bigger budget than All Star did this time. So
Yeah,
it's not that I was going to say it's the first time. Technically, the developers have obviously made other games. It's the developers behind. You might remember Slap City. That was
yeah,
quite a big game like that a couple of years ago, and so they have some experience. I think it is very unfair to compare it to Ultimate. Like, of course it is. Ultimate is a fucking culmination of like 20 years worth of well, close to 25 now. Like 25 years worth of video game and history. So, of course it's not going to be anywhere near it. Like obviously it doesn't excuse if the game is bad, but from what I've seen and what everyone else is saying, the game isn't bad. Like, it's just, if you look at it through the lens of comparing it to Smash Bros., it does look bad. It, you
Yeah.
know,
I
it
just think
isn't.
personally there would have been some things that I would have done differently. Like, especially if we're keeping it with the theme of like, I mean, if we look at Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl as like, let's imagine we don't know these characters. It's a perfectly fine game, but
Yeah.
because it's Nickelodeon, they've got to have the voice acting for me. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
they fucking got voice acting for the Pokemon, like in Smash. Like,
Yeah, that's
for
true.
me,
Yeah.
that's unnecessary. But they did it. It's just little touches. They don't have to get the original voice actors. They don't have to
But
do
to be
anything
fair,
like
like
high profile.
most of them, like they wouldn't even be that hard because I feel like half of it's voiced by like either Billy West or Tom Kenny anyway. So
Exactly. Just get them in for a
yeah,
session.
just get him in for a session, get him to read. Well, like even for like Tom Kenny, they could take for SpongeBob for example. There's loads of SpongeBob games. Take some of like the damage noises and like attacking from even like Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Just use some of the audio clips from that, and then just put them in here.
Exactly.
Like,
I just think there's a lot that could have been done and it wasn't. But let's just see how the game goes.
yeah.
And I want to see Garfield.
I think Garfield is actually technically a Warner Bros. Property for animation, so
No.
you have to wait till Cartoon Network's Punch Time Explosion XL remake comes out if you want to get Garfield.
Bullshit.
Is a little bit. Oh
But
well.
no, it's to be fair. I think they've done a good job of actually giving us a Nickelodeon touch.
Yeah.
I think they've done a lot for that. So let's see how it goes. I'm looking forward
Hmm.
to it. But yeah,
I want it to succeed. I want the
oh,
game to
I
keep
definitely.
improving. You know, don't get us wrong. Like we are sort of like pissing about with it, but we do want the game to do well. We want it to succeed because we want to see more games like this from different
I was
companies.
gonna
Like,
say the exact same thing. Like we just want it to do well because of
yeah,
other companies seeing that.
yeah, because maybe Sony might see this one's success, and then obviously they tried it with PlayStation All Stars and that flopped. But maybe they'll see the success of it. If Nickelodeon can do it, if we do it properly this time, rather than trying to be our own thing, instead just do it as literally just like the same, pretty much, and actually have some characters that people care about, rather than.
Spider-Verse.
Well, I was going to say rather than just putting in the fuckers from Infamous or Infamous rather, because they was it Cole it's Cole from Infamous, and then
Cool, yeah.
they put in a fucking identical clone called Evil Cole. Like that is, and they expected that game to do well. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
just
can't just
think.
have loads of iconic characters and expect it to do well.
Yeah, because like all the PlayStation All Stars one had was like what it had: Sly Cooper, Kratos,
At Princess,
the
best
Fat
gaming character ever.
Princess, Evil Cole, DMC Dante, so not even the good Dante, Raiden from Metal Gear Rising, out at that point. Like, I can't believe they expected that game to do well with a roster like that. No Spyro, no Crash. I think they did have Ratchet and Clank actually.
I've
I don't know about like Jack and Daxter.
I don't
Probably
think they had. Did they have Sly Cooper?
they did have Sly Cooper. 'Cause Sly Cooper is a Sony-owned IP, which is weird because I'm pretty sure there's a Sly Cooper game you can get on the DS. It might have been from
Right,
before.
not a clue.
Let's have a look actually. Who owns Sly Cooper? Sly Cooper is... Yeah, so it is Sony. Sony do own it.
Okay.
Voiced by Kevin Miller. Wow. Yeah, apparently there's a Sly Cooper game in development for PS5 as well.
Oh, they're getting out all the titles, aren't they? They got Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
They got
Sly Cooper coming. Mate, Jack and Daxter probably going to end up coming back. Wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, they won't.
Maybe. Maybe they'll bring back Croc. Or who's the other one? Gex. Yeah, just like classic
Yeah.
PS1 platformers.
And when people thought Gex was going to be in Smash,
Oh, I would have loved that.
oh,
What a guy.
sure.
Wait, what's it? Gex 2, Enter the Gecko? What a game. I love
Enter
them
the
to
Gecko.
I love them to yeah, like Enter the Dragon. But he's a gecko, so it's Enter the Gecko.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Mate, I'd love them to do like
It wasn't good.
just a remake of Gex. I'd fucking play that, tell you what.
Well, there we go,
The
Sony. You got one customer.
Yeah, you got one whole customer
Just charge $1 million for it, and
Gex
there you go.
HD. Actually, I want to see who holds the rights to Gex. And Enter the
Was it?
Gecko.
Is it not Sony?
I think it's actually it's it's strange because they've got quite a few different publishers. It's developed by Crystal Dynamics, who are partnered with Square Enix, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay, well, actually, if it's Square Enix who make the
Sorry,
game,
someone thinks it's funny to fucking stomp up the stairs. I don't know if you can hear that.
yeah, I could a little bit. But to be fair, the background of mine is probably a lot louder. Yeah, so technically, Crystal Dynamics still own the license, and by proxy, Square Enix own the license because they pretty much own Crystal Dynamics now. So maybe we could legitimately see a Gex remake or a Gex reboot or
It could happen,
just
folks.
Gex. It could, probably won't, but I'd be very happy if it did.
Yeah, of course it won't. But...
Fun fact. Gex, was it Gex 2 or Gex 3? One of the Gex games literally sold more copies than fucking the entire. It was like Gex 2, I think, has sold more copies than the entire not Crash Bandicoot, Banjo-Kazooie franchise has. Like, I'm not actually kidding. I remember reading that somewhere. Like, it sold
fucking funny.
so fucking many.
What the?
Yeah, here you go. Gex series sales. Let's have a look. How many copies did Gex? Yeah, so the Gex series has a combined total of over 115 million. Sorry, 115. Jesus lordy. No, 15 million copies. Yeah, so Gex is a Square Enix product, but they bought Crystal. So, there could be a new Gex game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Gex as a franchise has sold twice what Banjo-Kazooie has as a franchise. Just want to put that out there.
Wow.
That's pretty funny. I
Pretty
can't lie.
impressive.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I want to see how much Glover sold.
Let's see. Probably not
Just,
that many.
yeah, probably not. Then again, it was pretty big. Glover.
Oh, when people thought he was going to be in Smash, they were really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, they're just going through like just random.
It's a Nintendo title. It could
Yeah,
happen.
it was on the 64. Here we go. The total sales of Glover are. Well, I'm waiting for the web page to load, but I'm fairly certain Here we go. Glover's sales were... It won't tell me what... Ah, okay. Glover, to be fair, Glover needed to sell... Yeah, okay. So Glover 1 sold 150,000 units on the N64.
Wow, that was well, to be fair, for the time, that's all right.
Yeah. And they were... Apparently they were actually going to sell more, but they ran out of cartridges because they didn't order enough. So then
Wow.
they ordered more, but way later. So they ordered another like 150,000. So pretty much they just ordered all of the cartridges that they'd already sold. But by the time they had, nobody was interested in the game anymore. So they just had 150,000 copies that nobody wanted, which is like $500,000 worth of stock that they couldn't shift. So they just cancelled Glover 2 because they made a stupid decision.
Wow,
That's quite funny. Can't lie. Yeah, Glover. You should be
that would
happy.
never happen nowadays.
Well, no, because everyone does it digitally. Like Glover would not get a physical release these days.
It probably wouldn't
Actually,
even get top 10 on Steam.
to be fair, it might. Like, I'm pretty sure Balan Wonderworld got a physical release.
Yeah, well, that's a Square Enix game. I mean,
Yeah, it was shit though.
they have enough money to fucking waste
Enough
on
money.
that.
I was gonna say they've got $1 billion to waste on the Avengers.
You can't even
So
like jump in that game, can you? Balan Wonderland.
Balan, you can, but the problem is there's only 2 action buttons.
Yeah,
So
how lazy of a game.
yeah,
Really is.
it's pretty bad. I feel sorry for, was it Yuji Naka as well? They brought in to direct the whole thing. I do feel sorry for him because he jumped off the sinking ship of modern Sonic, went to Square Enix, and they're like, "Oh mate, we'll let you do whatever you want." And he's like, "I know, I'll make another platformer that graphically looks like Billy the Hatcher, or Billy Hatcher or whatever his name is. Looks like Billy Hatcher from the fucking GameCube, and it controls even worse. And literally, you have 3 buttons, which is your control stick, A and B. That'll get the crowds coming in. Safe to say, it hasn't, and it definitely won't. They apparently. Oh yeah, sorry. There's another like little twist. Wonderworld tale. Literally a week after the game came out, they sacked Yuji Naka because it wasn't selling. So they were like, "Nah, fuck off. Get out of here. You've wasted our time, wasted our money." Yeah, it's pretty.
Fucking, what a
It's
great
pretty.
story.
Yeah, mate. Video game world's got a load of great tales.
Oh, it does.
Most of
They're
them just
out
end
there.
in somebody getting sacked. But
Yeah. Maybe I'll have my own one day. Who knows? Not where I get
of you
sacked.
getting sacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
What podcast in 50 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that
You
one
just
time you got
come back
sacked
on.
from Sega because you made Yakuza 50 and it was really bad.
You made Yakuza, but it was based in Bradford.
It was made in Wales.
Oi, based in Cardiff. To be
Fucking
fair,
hell.
I mean, I would play that mostly just to see like how accurate it
No,
is
you
to
wouldn't.
Cardiff. Of course, I'd play it, bro. Of course, I'd fucking play it. Any
No, you
game that's
wouldn't.
bro, if the game is based in Wales, I would play the shit out of that. But the problem is, it would also be really like the actual gameplay. Because if it's a Yakuza game, the actual gameplay would be perfectly fine. It's just everything else would be really shit. Because like if you're based in Cardiff, like what are you gonna do? Like you go out, you just go and get a chippy. Like it's not like Yakuza where you can go to like the fucking the bars and whatever, and you know do karaoke. You go into Cardiff, all you could do is you can go to a chippy, you can go and get drunk, or you can go watch the rugby or something. Like that's the entire. There you go. Put in a rugby mini game. Like, see, I should be a game developer. I can do this.
You got it. You've cracked the code.
Yeah. Well, as long as I don't have to do any actual coding myself, I'm sorted. I'll just be the game
Hey,
director. I just sit. I'm like
if
Miyamoto.
I
I just
can do
sort of
it, you
sit
can
there.
too. But let's
No,
be
it's like
honest.
Miyamoto. I just sort of sit there, and people come up to me. They're like, "Well, what do you want to do now?" And I'll be like, "Um, I don't know. Maybe just put in a rugby mini game." And they go, "Oh, that's a great idea, boss." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry. You're keeping your job."
Miyamoto fucking single-handedly saved the fucking video game industry. He can do whatever he fucking wants now. We gotta be okay with
Yeah,
it.
to be fair,
He wants Chris Pratt as Mario. Fucking, we're going
yeah,
along
bro,
with it.
he can do what the fuck he wants. He's like Stan Lee. He's the Stan Lee of video games. Like, he
Oh,
just
he
shows
is.
up, he does what he wants, and he leaves, and nobody bats an eyelid. Like, who cares? It's Miyamoto. Miyamoto could make a game about fucking shitting down your mum's chest or something, and people would still give it like an 8 out of 10.
Remember that fucking web game ages ago where the entire point of it was you had to shit off the edge of a building. I don't know if it's like a
Yes,
web game or a mobile
yes,
game.
I do remember that game. I remember exactly the one you're on about because like, I used to see loads of like YouTube playthroughs. Well, I said playthroughs. People play it for like 20 minutes and then never play it again. It's just the exact same thing. I know the one you're on
Hey
about though.
guys, today I'm gonna shit on people.
Yeah, it's like
What
Jacksepticeye
was that
used to play
game?
it. Well, to be fair, I mean,
Oh
if
god.
Flappy Bird could become the most popular game on the App Store for like a couple months, then shitting off of a window ledge or something, I'm not surprised.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Insight into the world of game development. Miyamoto could make a game about shitting on your mum, and people still play it. I wonder if Miyamoto's ever had like any like really extreme ideas where people are like, maybe not. I'm sure he will have. Like,
Well, I don't
I'm
think anyone
sure
could
he's
say no
tried.
to him. So if we've not seen it already, it's not happened.
I don't know. Well, like he was behind like Iwata in the pecking order, wasn't he? Like Iwata seems like a much more sensible man than Miyamoto. So I'm sure like Miyamoto.
I mean, business-wise, he was behind, but I don't. I'm not sure about the development.
No, well, Iwata used to develop as well.
I guess so,
Like I'm
but
pretty sure Iwata was a producer on the Kirby franchise. That was there.
yeah.
Like,
Well, you know, Kirby, Super Mario Bros. Yeah, I mean, but no, Iwata was great.
hang on, let's see what games Iwata actually.
Did you know that when he died, a rainbow
Oh,
appeared over
Iwata was the
Nintendo headquarters?
Iwata
Found that out the other
actually.
day.
Surprisingly, I've got a list of some of his production credits. Excuse me. God, I feel it's really weird. Like I feel perfectly fine, but I've just got a horrible cough.
Oh, it's going
Um,
round. I've not
yeah,
got it come out alpha,
no,
but
it's getting around here quite easily. Yeah. So some of the games he's worked. Do I actually have a? No, that's a list of Nintendo Direct. He was the guy behind Nintendo's move onto the App Store as well. To be fair, which I guess it worked a
worked
bit.
out for some games.
Worked out for like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean that's
yeah,
it was just a few weeks,
painfully
wasn't
true.
it?
Yeah, like it was a couple weeks where Mario Kart was like the biggest shit ever, and then everybody stopped playing it.
Same with that Mario Run.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Like as soon
like
as you had
the
to pay for that one, it's like nope.
yeah, yeah. Here you go. So he directly contributed to the development of Earthbound and Kirby, and also helped develop the Pokemon franchise as well.
There we go. What a guy.
Well, the early ones. actually before he became CEO of Nintendo. Yeah, he also was like heavily linked to Smash Bros as well.
Oh yeah, him and Sakurai.
Him and Sakurai were dead close. Yeah.
Good old
Yeah,
chums.
it's man,
But no,
just
that's
making me sad now.
and yeah, I know. I'm the same. I'm gonna go cry now. But yeah. So,
Reggie Fils-Aimé?
by the way, obviously, I said that Miyamoto single-handedly
What a cow.
made Mario. That's not really
Yeah, I was
true.
gonna say he didn't single-handedly, but I get what you
Uh,
mean.
I, I, I was just saying in case any salty
Yeah.
people were in the comments, but
Shuntaro Furi. I'm just looking at the president of Nintendo, Shuntaro Furi. He's never actually helped develop any game. The current president of Nintendo. He was never a
really.
developer. Yeah, he was
I
a he,
thought,
he was an accountant actually.
who was it? It's not Nomura.
Kimishima.
That's fucking Game Boy.
Kimishima.
No, is it? Who am I thinking? Who's in the directs now?
Oh, I know you're on about. I should know his name because I do know his name, but it sort of like pops in and out. You know
Yeah,
how
I
like
was.
oh
Anyway, I thought he was the president before.
the bloke who's like behind Mario nowadays. Or he was the director of Odyssey.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, what's his name?
Koizumi.
Yes, that's the one.
Koizumi. Yeah. No, Koizumi's just one. I think he's like he's one of the higher ups definitely, but he's not like like the big boss. The big boss at the minute is Furukawa, who he sort of just slowly like went up the ranks, which is
Oh, okay.
okay. Technically, he was involved in the development of the Switch. However,
Oh, that was
he
horrible.
has no direct game development history.
Yeah.
Huh. It just says like the closest thing he's got is like he grew up playing Famicom,
He's qualified.
and then he worked for Nintendo as an accountant in the European headquarters. Right? He was an outside director of the Pokemon Company as well.
There we
I
go.
guess. I
Perfectly
guess that's
qualified.
something. Yeah.
He played the Famicom. No one else is.
He played the Famicom and he helped run the Pokemon Company for 2 years. Great. Kimishima. What
I
did
know.
Kimishima do?
Let's not shit on Nintendo
Yeah. See,
any further.
the last president was alright because he was in charge of the. He was the chief financial Pokemon Company in the early. Then he was president of the Pokemon USA. Then he took over as the president. Oh no, sorry. His son-in-law.
Oh,
So the last president, Kimishima, his son-in-law was the president of Nintendo America before Reggie came in. No, no. What I'm saying? No, his son-in-law
was Reggie.
was president of the Nintendo America, and then he took over. This is Kimishima. Kishima's son-in-law was first, then he was second, and then Reggie came.
Right.
And then after Iwata died, he was named company president of Nintendo. And then, yeah, Miyamoto and Genyo Takeda, who I don't recognize, honest, were put in senior advisory. Okay, yeah. So he was pretty much Kimishima was the guy, and Takeda and Miyamoto in charge of games. Fair enough. Oh,
Pretty good.
he's also the guy who originally announced that Nintendo were looking into film production.
Oh,
So there we
okay.
go. If the Mario film was terrible, blame Kimishima.
I think we've waffled quite a bit there.
Yes, we have. Yeah, just extended the podcast out a little bit.
I mean, we got through it pretty quick this week, so
Yeah.
that's fair enough. But yeah,
So yes, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe with the red button down below, and if you're already subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Um, leave a comment down below. Got anything you want to say? Share this video. Share this video, and just the rest of the podcast around with your mates. And yeah, just
see you later, shithead.
do all that, and see you guys next week for episode 30, which will be a Hall of Fame episode. So prepare your anuses for that one. You little rapscallions.
Trash. Absolute trash. I was disgusted.